Sometimes you hit an almost perfect drive and you just miss the fairway by a little bit and you end up in deep rough. And I know a lot of mid-handicappers, high handicappers get a little bit nervous. They're not so sure they can get it out. They don't know what club to use or how to set up. So in today's lesson, I'm going to go through the steps that I take to get my ball back into play safely and efficiently when my ball lands in the rough. So when your ball lands in the rough, the first thing you need to do is assess your lie. And this is the difficulty with rough, and that's why you hear a lot of pros would much rather end up in a greenside bunker than in the rough around the green, because you can't always predict what's under your ball when you're sitting in the rough. But on sand, you know what you're dealing with, and in most cases your ball's sitting up on top. So in looking at your ball, what you want to look at is how much of the grass is above the ball. So if part of the ball is showing above the grass, which is the case that I have here, it's a good idea to just simply club up maybe one club. But if that ball is really sitting down and there's a lot of blades of grass above your ball, you're either going to need to club up, or if the situation is really tough, actually just grab a wedge just to get it out into the fairway back in play. So the thing we don't want to do is cause more damage. This is damage control here. So we want to get the ball out of trouble and back into play the easiest way we can. Now, should you use an iron or a wood? Well, a lot of people are more comfortable with woods, and here's the reason why. An iron face is taller, it's deeper, so that's going to grab more of the grass as you come through. A wood is shallower, so it's going to cut through a little bit easier. Also, irons have a bigger, longer, heavier hosel here, and that sets the center of gravity up higher. So woods, the center of gravity is a little bit low. Now, with that being said, you still have to make the best judgment call for you and know what works, because if the ball is really sitting down, woods don't have a lot of loft, it's going to be hard to get that ball out. So once you pick your club, and in this case, I'm going to go with an iron and simply just club up one club, then we've got to get ourselves set up properly. Now, in most cases, you can just go ahead and play the ball right in the middle of your stance. There's no reason to get it way far back, which a lot of people will teach, because then you're going to catch the ball on a downward strike and actually push it down a little bit more. If you play it too far forward, chances are you're going to hit a lot of that long grass before the ball. So I say middle is safe for most people. A slightly open club face, and I mean slight, is a good idea, because again, that grass is going to grab the club face and close it over. So open it just slightly. You might lean a little bit more on your front side or left leg if you're right-handed. That'll help you descend down a little bit steeper. What we want to make here is a little bit more of an armsy backswing. We want a steeper swing so we can hit down more direct and catch the ball a little bit clean. Now, the last thing you need to do is hold on firm. When you hit down into that grass, it's going to try to grab your club and twist it. So your grip pressure needs to be just a little bit tighter. So we've picked our club. In this case, I've gone up just one club. We're going to grip a little bit firmer, open the face slightly, play the ball in the middle, lean a little bit on our front foot, and try to make a bit of a steeper, armsier swing and stay firm through the shot. So here's how it's done. It's simple and it works. And if you have an idea for a lesson, please submit it in the Ask Maria section on mygolfinstructor.com.